Guys, Coach Reed here for game recap number 3, Middletown at home. Our first home game of the season, and we're hoping to start to get the victories rolling. 1-1, or I'm sorry, 1-1 on the season, so 1 loss, 1 tie. Tremendous tie at Turpin, so we're coming off of a little bit of a high. And here comes Middletown. This is a grudge match. Last year we were up 1-0 at half, and they stormed back and scored 5 goals on us. We underestimated them, and we got a little out of our game, and once we got out of our game, we sort of just spiraled out of control. The beauty is we have tremendous leadership on this team, and I don't think they'd let that happen. We're just really solid, and we believe in each other, and we've got a great program field this year. We did a much better job of melding you guys together and creating a camaraderie, and we're proud of the steps you've taken this summer. And so I don't expect us to have a team really catch us off guard and have us unravel like we did last year in a few games. So Middletown comes in, and what can I say? One of the best halves of soccer you have played all season. Turpin was definitely your best game, but this half of soccer against Middletown was phenomenal. We 3-0. You know, we stepped up and we scored some tremendous goals to start the game. We got them on their heels. We had some great attacks. We got off the schneid and finally got some goals. Prosper, you know, the game plan was, and I'll share this with you guys because you heard it, but anybody else watching, I said to Prosper, the first 3 times you touch the ball, I want you to run at him. Because we're going to set a tone with every team we played. And we talked about this with Miamisburg, and then we did it with Turpin. We need to come out, and if we want a game to go a certain way, if we want our game plan to work, we've got to make them play by our game plan. I mean, it goes back to like Sun Tzu and the art of war. You make the other general, you make the other army do what you want them to do. If you want to get them into the valley so that you can ambush them, you do something to make them get into the valley. Well, that's what we did with Middletown. I told Prosper, run at them. Show your speed, show how fast you are, blow by them, because 2 things are going to happen, potentially. 1, you're going to score goals. 2, they're going to respect that the rest of the game. That sets the tone. They're so afraid of Prosper's speed that now we've opened up Kawa and Lay and Jarvie and Haiti and Rowan and Joe and the rest of those guys to score goals. And, of course, Prosper, being the great soldier that he is, because he does listen, ran at him. And 2 goals and an assist later, we're up 3-0, and we had some tremendous goal-scoring opportunities. I believe Jarvie was our other goal scorer, and we just, guys, we looked fantastic. We were knocking the ball around, we were running at them, we were controlling the game, we were the quote-unquote aggressors as far as winning the 50-50 balls and attacking and counter-attacking. Our defense looked solid. Second half, well, we gave up. I'm sorry, we did give up a goal in the first half. We were up 3-1. That's right, and it was a good goal. It was a mismarking on defense, and we will sort that out. We've talked about it again, goal side, and it was a miscommunication, but we've retooled, and Billy is now in charge of marking guys up, and you listen to Billy, and when Billy says jump, you ask how high, and that's the way it's going to be. We've got Billy and Juke, 2 of our captains, right there in the middle of the back, and right behind us our 3rd captain, and Ryan. Those 3, they're the ones that are going to rule the roost back there on defense. We're going to listen to them because they see the whole field, they understand the field, and do what they say, and we'll be very disciplined in the back. So at halftime, we're up 3-1, and we tell the guys, you can't let up on a team like this. A team like Middletown, who came storming back and scored 5 goals in the second half on us last year, a team like that has never known how to quit. They've never learned how to lay down for somebody, and all they know is to fight, to keep going to the final whistle. And we said, you give them hope, and you keep them in this game, and you let them get a little momentum, and they'll come at you. And they did. And we're given a little hope on a handball call that was turned into a PK that they converted, made it 3-2, and we fought neck and neck for the last 25 minutes of the game to hold on to that 3-2 lead. So great application of a lesson learned from the Miamisburg game was Middletown got a little rough, a little chippy, not as bad as Miamisburg or anything, but they got a little nasty at times, a little chippy, some cleats up and some shoving and mouthing, and the handball call was, oh, should I be politically correct or just say, I think the guy actually had a nervous breakdown for about 10 minutes there and lost his mind, because I'm not quite sure what game he saw or what he was doing as a ref, but because he did a great game for 70 minutes, but there was a 10-minute period where I thought maybe that, you know, I don't know, his other personality came out, and he was, because that handball call was clearly off the chest. He had an issue with the captains trying to talk to him about it, It was at the top of the 18, and most referees, even in that situation, in a game like that, if they're going to call the handball, which was ludicrous to call, they pull it outside the box. Instead, he points immediately to the penalty spot. So, like I said, I don't know, and I'm not going to judge, but you guys know me. I lay all my cards on the table. Let's face it was a bad call. It was one that we can't do anything about changing it. But what we can do is not fall into that trap like we did at Meisberg. And you didn't. You didn't. You shook it off and you played the game and you moved on like nothing happened, and you didn't complain to the ref after it was over, and you didn't whine and moan, and you didn't take it out on the other team, and you didn't get any cards for it. Brilliantly done, gentlemen. Much better on the class and professionalism. Much better, and I'm very proud of you for that. So that's a huge win for us. And 3-2 was the final result. Could have been a different result. We had some opportunities we just couldn't convert. Prosper, I want you to continue to turn the corner on guys and go to goal. Don't stop. Don't stop going to goal until they take that away from you, and they weren't. They never took it away from you. So, and we shut Junior Phillips down. So, woohoo! I mean, that's great. We had 14 shots on goal in the first half, I believe. I'm sorry, 18 shots on goal, 10 not on goal. Second half, we only had 4 or 5. So that's one thing I'd change is we took our foot off the gas pedal, guys, and the rest of the pack came storming back. So take your foot off the gas pedal when you're out in front. See you at practice.